Yeah, this is the left direction. Okay, next.
Hello everyone, today we will be discussing mental health challenges among Bay Area adolescents. So understanding teen mental health. Mental health is a widespread and deeply felt concern amongst teens. Many carry heavy emotional burdens, often quietly and alone. There's an urgent need for youth-informed education, stronger school-based support, and open judgment-free conversations across communities. Teens are overwhelmed, anxious, and navigating family pressure, academic stress, and personal challenges. While common, these struggles show up differently, and willingness to talk about them varies by gender and age. From anxiety and burnout to depression and unhealthy relationships, the challenges are wide-ranging, deeply personal, and often intensify over time. Though many are quick to support a struggling friend, most hesitate to ask for help themselves, even when they want it. Stigma, fear of judgment, and concerns about confidentiality remain major barriers, especially when it comes to using school-based mental health resources. Until support systems feel safe, relatable, and free from shame, they will go unused. This research calls for youth-informed solutions at home, at school, and across communities that meet teens where they are, and remind them that they are not alone. So this is our research methodology. A survey was developed to explore recent mental health issues affecting teens in their community. The survey consisted of 28 quantitative questions and 1 qualitative. So responding demographics. So we centered on the Bay Area, and there were 272 respondents. And age and grade level. So this is the age and grade demographics, and as shown, the responses tended to be from the older range of high schoolers. And race and gender identity. As you can see, there is diversity in these demographics, but in the future, accuracy will be better achieved if there's not a huge skew towards one demographic. So these are the lab findings. So factors affecting youth mental health. So sleep habits. 96% of teens in the Bay Area say sleep significantly affects their mental health, yet over 2/3 are not getting enough sleep, and sleep declines in age. Participation in extracurriculars. 95% of Bay Area teens take part in extracurriculars, with nearly 1 in 4 students spending more than 10 hours per week on extracurricular activities. Feelings of overwhelm. Most students, around 58.9%, feel overwhelmed on a weekly basis. Female students report frequent overwhelm more often than males, who more commonly experience only occasional or rare stress. Time management. As academic and extracurricular demands increase, time management becomes more difficult and contributing to rising feelings of overwhelm that peak in 11th grade. Impact of self-esteem. The impact of self-image can fluctuate depending on the day, environment, or stressors. Female students were more likely to report negative self-esteem than male students. Mental health challenges. The most common mental health challenges. Teens most commonly report struggling with anxiety, burnout, family challenges, social anxiety, low self-esteem, and depression, reflecting complex pressures from academics, social life, and internal expectations. The impact of mental health on their lives. Mental health impacts nearly every aspect of teens' lives, from emotions and self-esteem to academic, daily functioning, and safety, with very few reporting little to no effect across these areas. At least 3 in 4 students report that mental health strongly affects their emotional well-being, self-esteem, academic performance, sleep, their friendships, and social life, and ability to manage their responsibilities. Seeking support and self-care. Comfort seeking support. Most students feel at least somewhat comfortable asking for support, but 1 in 4 do not feel comfortable at all. Coping mechanisms. Common coping mechanisms can help, but may lead to avoidance and isolation. Comfortable and supportive spaces. Teens feel most comfortable discussing mental health in judgment-free, confidential, safe spaces with trusted, empathetic listeners, especially when conversations include shared experiences, vulnerability, and active support. Who you turn to for support? Nearly half of teens say they would reach out to no one, even when wanting help, reflecting barriers like stigma, confidentiality concerns, and uncertainty. to others. Many teens find it much easier to give support to others than to ask for help themselves. So what makes teens comfortable opening up? And some quotes include, knowing I can share without being judged, they listen without jumping to conclusions, and they've gone through it too. Mental health support at school. So nearly 2/3 of students hesitate to use school mental health resources. Only about 1 in 10 likely or definitely seek school-based support. Familiarity and comfort with school resources. Fewer than half know where to find help, citing stigma, embarrassment, and confidentiality concerns as major barriers. Barriers to utilizing mental health resources. Many students feel unsafe or uncomfortable discussing mental health, fearing judgment or stigma from peers and adults at school. So what students would say actually would help. Teens believe school mental health resources can be more approachable and accessible through greater teacher and staff support. Thank you for listening.